My shawty pulling up with a real bad, bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Tupac tag on I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You got a picture me, send me calling, ready for war like Korea, headlining shows out in Poland, you should be cleaning my mansion. My peasant's disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. You can hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new Bay alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The open man is Smith. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Spins away, and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On second down, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 62 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of this? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Prescott from the gun. That's to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go, 46. 46.
1st down, Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard, 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The 3rd time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Elliott, the leading rusher for the 2nd time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than 2nd-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
On 2nd down, Elliott trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Good.
Now Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Throwing. Prescott steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And give them a gain of 37.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wentz now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
41's the whip. 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He hits Beasley right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott pushing through the contact. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Gun. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Michael Bennett able to drop him for a loss of 4. On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of it. They've got his man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Flushed out right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Sunday. Hey, ram.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Ajayi escapes him. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now wins. Aguilar has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott now. And it's caught by Beasley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Second down, Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. From the shotgun, it's Prescott fighting to stay upright. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver, because remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works real.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now, as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the 2nd half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your...
Jay's going to go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, 77 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 59 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that two-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Wentz now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Great 15, great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
47.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go, get that. Let's go, get out, get out.
Prescott from the gun. Now he's going to send this one deep right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw it.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
There we go. Wide 8.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he gets this one inside the 15. Just Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. Wentz now to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Demarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
46. There we go. 46.
To throw is Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
There we go. Kill.
Now Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And again, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swain, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The give is to Algood. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Wide,
A give to Elliott. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. The try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Run.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, we were...
Don't push me. Stay on my nose.